What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Flying Brian's Garage. We are at the makeshift shop and I am working on head gasket. It needs a new head and head gasket for what is this? Shit box, I know that. Definitely a shit box. ...2010 Chevy Aveo. 2010 Chevy Aveo. I do believe this is a 1.6 liter, 4-cylinder Ecotec. So I'm about to get to starting to disassemble the engine. And once I get down to the pistons, the block, let's see what damage is done. So I know when I went to diagnose this last time at her house that it actually had no compression. It sounds like it has completely skipped timing, and all 4 of the spark plugs were covered in antifreeze. So it kind of shows me that I feel like all the chambers are blown. So I told the lady to get a new head because the head could be warped. It's better to fight with machining it and taking it somewhere. Fuck that, just get a new one. New head gaskets all the way up. So we're about to tear into this thing and see what we can find. Alright guys, here's my progress so far. I got this dipstick off. I've got the air breather hose, the whole air box, some bracketry, coil packs, the top cover for the valve covers. I've got the shroud off for the the exhaust manifolds. I've got a lot of the wiring undone. I've got the fueling unhooked somewhat. I need to now drop the flange here for the exhaust. Take the last 2 bolts out and I can get the exhaust manifold out, and then I can focus on getting things out from around the head, like the thermostat housing there, power steering. I need to take that pump off. I need to take the belts off. The timing cover's got to come off. Throttle body and the intake back there's got to come off. All the injectors I'm probably going to leave on the throttle body and the intake if I can. Maybe try to get it out that way, but we're going to see. And hopefully I get pretty far pretty soon, and maybe I can have this engine maybe disassembled by the end of the day, and focus on putting it back together tomorrow. So I'm going to take me a quick break and we're going to get back to it. So I'm kind of at a standstill. I mean, not really, but I am for tonight. I got the water outlet and the thermostat housing and all that shit disconnected. Got all that off. I've got the upside of the intake or exhaust manifold out. The only thing I'm having a problem with is 2 bolts are seized on. So I might end up having to cut that out. I might try to work around it, but for now it's just looking like a pain in the ass. Royal pain in the ass. But I also tore out the battery. Got the water outlet here, which you can tell it has had oil in it. So that's all got to be cleaned out. I'm probably going to flush the coolant system. Well, not probably. I know I'm on flush coolant system. Just severely crudted with that shit, so yeah, I'm gonna keep plugging at it and see what I can get tore off tonight before I go back to the house and get something to eat, because I'm getting hungry. So let's see what else I can get off of here, and we'll get back with y'all. What's up, guys? It is the next day. Just got out here, kind of getting everything put together and ready, get my tools out. And the first thing I'm going to be doing today is cutting the bolts off of the exhaust manifold down there where it bolts in at the flange, and get that out of there. And then we're going to work on getting the intake and all that shit off. So let's I'm gonna get my tools in here. I don't like leaving my tools out at night. I tend to put my shit back in the van because, as you see, no door. So I put all this lady's parts in her car, and instead of leaving it laying on the table, that way if somebody did come up in here, they wouldn't be able to just walk off with her shit. Except for the 2 parts that got oil in it, because I don't want that getting in her car. So and I locked the car up, and I put my tools in my van. That way, yeah, it's a little extra work. I got to get them in and out every day, but you know what? Better to be safe than sorry. Working like this, not having a real shop with a real concrete floor and doors and locks and shit like that. Got to be a little extra careful. Plus, it's nice to have my tools when I leave. So I got to get all the tools out of the van, get everything set up, kind of get my head right to get started on this, and then I'm going to cut the camera back on and we're going to cut the bolts off. Alright, about to cut the bolts off. You know, the only thing that sucks about recording is I was listening to some Ozzy before I cut the camera on, and I can't listen to that now because of fucking copywriting. So, thanks, YouTube. This is going to be a bit of a challenge to get up into. Let me go get some face protection. Sunglasses, so they're gonna have to do. As long as I can still see what the fuck I'm doing. It might help if I plugged it in too, you know. Why no power? What the hell's going on? Stupid outlet. Boom, make a connection. There we go. I feel like my cutting wheel sounds a little different. I hope there ain't nothing wrong with it. It's the only one I got. too much pressure on it. Just trying to let it cut itself so that way it won't jerk around on me. I'm going to relieve some of the tension if I can. I don't want to go just yet. There it goes. Good deal. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do that on the other one. And I'll probably either press these studs out or drill them. Okay, it's relieved. It is relieved. That's a good thing. So like I said, I'm going to get around there, do that to the other side, which it's at the top, so it's kind of a pain in the ass for y'all to even be able to look at it and see. So I'm just going to get it done. Then when I go to put the engine back together, to save her some money, because she is limited income, tight on money type thing, and I try to help folks like that the best I can without killing myself. It's just going to be a little extra time, a few bolts I have laying around, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut or drill, tap, whatever I got to do to get those 3 studs out of the exhaust manifold flange, and then I will just put some regular bolts in it. So either that or see if maybe the parts store sells the studs separately and I just press them back in. So that prevents me from having to buy a whole brand new exhaust manifold. There's no reason for that. Catalytic converter's attached to that too, so I don't really want to go through all that. So we're just going to repair the one we got, and I'll see y'all in a little bit. Alright, so I got the exhaust manifolds out. Took the fan out to get there. Got the power steering pump loose. Power steering pump belt off. I got to get the serpentine off. Then I'm going to go ahead and go for the throttle body and the intake. I've also got the cover off for the timing belt and the motor mount here. So I have the engine held up with a jack and a piece of wood under it. Always put a piece of wood under there. Make sure you don't puncture your oil pan or anything of that sort. And yeah, that's how far I've gotten so far. We're going to replace the timing belt and the water pump since we're already in here. We have those parts. She bought a whole new gasket kit, new lines. We're getting all new radiator hoses, new reservoir. A lot of new parts are going on this car. So my buddy Randy showed up. He's pressing in ball joints in his 97 Dodge. So he's actually bought a vise and he's drilling out the table here for the vise to go on, which is kind of ideal because that's a thick metal table. And then I'm over here cooking my dinner. Yep, fucking broke ass mechanic life dinner. So, you know, that's what the fuck I'm doing. And yeah, let me get my tools off of this table so you can have it. My customer called me, so I'm gonna let you guys go, and I'll see you soon when I got some more progress to show you. Alright guys, about to call it a night. I have got the alternator, water pump pulley, the alternator, and the rear intake and throttle body off. So getting down to the head. All I got to do tomorrow is take the harmonic balancer off the tensioner water pump, take the cover off, and take the belt off for the timing, and then I can get into taking the head off. So we're almost there. So once I get done with this, then that'll be the end of this video for the teardown process, and then in part 2 will be the rebuild. So see you guys tomorrow. Alright guys, we are back on the 2010 Aveo. Today's goal is to get the side undressed and to get the camshafts out, get the head off, get everything prepped, and at least get the head back on today. So I'm going to go ahead and get started on this project so I have enough time. So let's get to it. Alright, so this is the end of the video, and I am at a standstill. See that cylinder wall? See that cylinder wall? They're chewed up. Bad. You can see the vertical marks from the piston up and down chewing it, and I can also feel them in there. It's a little pitted and it's rough. There's no cleaning that. Them cylinder walls are done. So unfortunately I'm waiting for the customer to get here, and I'm gonna let her know that she's gonna either have to get a block, pistons and everything, so I can continue to tear it apart and put another motor in it, but it's gonna cost more and it's gonna be a hassle, but it can be done. So this is the end of this teardown video, and at this point I do not know if there will be a rebuild. She might decide she wants to get a new car. She might pay me half payment and give me this car, and I might end up turning around and selling it as is with the parts that are in it, just saying, hey, needs a new motor, needs a fully dressed block is what I should say. Oil pan, but you could probably use that oil pan, it's not bad, but that means gaskets and stuff, but it at least needs crankshaft, pistons, piston rods, and block, you know, because I don't really want to go through doing the bottom too. I ain't doing that. If she can get a block dressed, I'll do it. If not, she's gonna have to pay me half and get the car out of here. So it's always one of those things, but it's just part of being a mechanic. I didn't know it was under there until I started tearing it apart, so it's the nature of the beast. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it more than I enjoyed tearing it down, because I didn't. And I'm not enjoying it now because I was hoping for a full 1,000, but if she gets a block and everything, it's probably going to be about 2. So, and I am cutting this lady a deal because I know it's usually more than that, but yeah, that's the end of this video. So I hope you guys liked it. If you liked it, go down and hit that like button, subscribe, all that good shit. If not, don't. Till then, see you on the next one.